Welcome back to Etc. Podcast, man. Back in the studio. It's been a hot minute.
Hot one.
Cool. What's today? Like January, 25th or something?
24th, I think.
24th. And we recorded everything. We recorded Christmas and New Year's before, a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's been over a month.
Definitely over a month for sure.
So what the fuck, man? I had the C word for a little bit, so it kind of held us back. I don't want to talk about it no more. Just know the C word fucking me up, bro. I'm not sick anymore, but I feel like it just threw off my whole year. I'm off to a weird start. I feel like I'm 2 weeks behind.
2 weeks behind now.
So whatever. We back in the studio. We're gonna have guests in here. We both in the clear, thankfully. And yeah, man, life is good. We're gonna keep pushing forward. We just hit 444 subscribers on YouTube. So angel numbers and whatnot, if y'all into that.
If you're into
blessings. So good vibes, we gonna hit 500 easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just a matter of getting to a beanski. We had 37,000 on the one video that you said was gonna hit 50. We get in there.
It's going to.
One day,
One day, but when we get big, we'll just tell everybody to go back to that video and just run the numbers up,
But yeah, Mark, I would hug you, but we're in COVID.
True, I had to wipe down the table.
Yeah, he not even joking. This man, he clocked in for a half hour and cleaned this room down. So
I was like,
we back. What's new? How you been? How you feeling today? What's your week like? It's only Monday, but
true. I'm good. Same old. Yeah, just trying to stay safe out here. Just going day by day. I've watched Demon Slayer. I caught up.
Caught up. Me too. I caught up. I caught up, and then the new literally when I caught up, an hour later the newer episode came out. So I was
it just lit. Right, yeah. Not gonna lie, I got a little upset at how the last one ended, just because it was at a really high climax, and then it just kind of was.
But that's how
I know, but it's just bro, it really was getting good.
I'm not ready for that. For what he got going on to keep passing on his body,
Oh yeah. No, neither am I.
I'm just damn, y'all gonna do y'all gonna do that?
Yeah. But nah, yeah, I'm
y'all
not
going that route.
I'm not even saying something like that. It was just it got really to the point where it was she was getting heated, and I was just damn, bro. I really had my pillow in my hand. I threw the pillow. I was damn it, because
Adam Sandler.
Nah.
Zenitsu? You threw Zenitsu?
Okay. Because I was a little upset because I was just
he been asleep for 4 episodes, by the way.
Yeah, but that's when he said his peak, so it's all cool. But it was I knew this the episode was coming to an end. I knew at a certain point, I was all right, it's gonna come to an end. Yeah. But I was with so much shit happening, I was yo, come on, just give me something crazy. Just give me
one more minute.
Just another minute, something crazy to happen, and then it just ended and shut off. I was damn it. I was so upset.
Have you caught up with Attack on Titan too? Or
that I haven't. Not
okay. Yeah. So was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I basically caught up with Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and Euphoria. And all 3 new episodes were on some shit. Demon, how you said, Demon Slayer, and then you're fuck. And then Attack on Titan, same thing. I was what? Yeah. And then Euphoria was what the hell's going on? So I was bro, I need, and then if you've been paying attention to football, yesterday the games were insane too. So I was I need to walk away from my TV, bro.
True, yeah.
But I also want to add, I'm glad that even though we were away from each other for a month and a half, we were still pretty on point with the color scheme.
Yeah, I don't get why. It just happens. It really does. What's funny? The same thing happens with me and Emily for some reason. I'll get ready and I'll look at stuff to wear, and then next thing you know it, I'm just I feel she's gonna wear something like this. And then I see her, and then she ends up wearing either gray sweatpants or a black shirt. I'm just what's going on? Why do I know what we need to wear? I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I don't think this will ever change for our whole life. some reason.
Have you seen those videos online? There's just it usually be by the wives or the girlfriends be oh, we all bought our boyfriends or husbands the same shirt. Mm-hmm. So when they all come over for Thanksgiving or something, everybody's wearing the same flannel or some shit. It's gonna turn into that. But without the
I would laugh though.
But without the help of our wives or girlfriends, it's just because of us. Not even, we just bought the same shirt.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why. We'll have the same. It'll be a Thanksgiving, like you said, and we'll all have the same flannel. And I'll just be at first we won't notice it until we are in a room by ourselves together, or we're sitting down and we're just
take off our jackets. We're just
we're just wait.
I always knew it would come to this. We have to fight to the death.
I'll be like, you know what? I knew this was gonna happen, so I specifically brought a backup shirt.
I bought a second outfit.
And then you end up wearing
in the
the
car.
same thing. You come in, I brought one too. We leave, come back, it's another same shirt. Like, all right, this just inevitable.
Yeah. But on the top, I'm glad you brought up Demon Slayer because I specifically wanted to talk about something about anime in particular.
Okay.
And then we can just branch off from there, whatever we want to talk about. Honestly, I've held in a lot of topics since we were like on Zoom because I'm like, I feel like we need to do it in person because it's just a different vibe. But and that brings me to I got another thing I want. All right, maybe that might not happen this week, but whatever. We'll see how this goes. Have you watched? All right, I know I'm gonna just give you backstory. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna just get into it. So on Twitter, I saw somebody post like, oh, like my personal top 10 feed of all time for anime that I watch. And like they posted, like the usual that you're used to seeing for the most part, and then some others that were like, some personal favorites, I guess, that you don't normally see.
Mm-hmm.
So, he said Naruto, he said Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, he said some of the One Piece, things like that, yada, yada, yada. One in particular, he said, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called Food Wars. It's available on Netflix and Hulu, so like you may have like scrolled past it.
I feel like somebody I felt like might have said something about it, but I can't picture
I'll pull something up for you in a second.
What it is, kind of like.
So he was like, yo, like Food Wars. And then parenthesis, he was like, don't judge me. I just really like to see like anime food. Which is facts though. Like anime food do be looking way better than real life food. It makes it look like fucking trash.
Exactly.
Like the way they just color it, and then even when you see them videos of them cooking it, it's like super peaceful and whatnot. So like I'm like, yo.
Satisfying.
So he said that, and I never watched Food Wars. He said that. So I'm like, you know what? That's kind of facts though, because like for the most part, the anime I watch is like action based or like very heavy, like like either gore or like action based or like story heavy. And I'm just like, I don't really watch a lot of like, drama or anime or like any shit like that. So I'm like, I could get down with some like a food type one. Cause like I said before, like I watch hella like cooking videos. I like watching food being made. I like trying new foods, whatever. So like, I'm like, why haven't I done this yet? So I brought it up to me and my girlfriend. I was like, yo, like this show, like low key, like I just want to see what's up with it. Cause like the food itself, like it looks like the animation is crazy just for it to be a food show, So Food Wars, right?
Yeah.
Why is it so fucking horny? Yo, bro. Like I'm not even like I might have to be like I'm sorry for being so like hectic like that, but like yo, for y'all that have watched the show, you know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm gonna explain to you episode 1. It's not even heavy like plot wise, it's not giving away a lot. So I'm gonna just describe to you episode 1. The whole premise of the story is, pretty typical to anime. It starts off with this kid. He's like, I believe he's 15, and he works at a restaurant, small family restaurant with his father, right? His father is like, he works at this small, restaurant that he owns in Japan, I believe. But like he used to work like around the world as a chef, so he's like world renowned. Like he's a really good chef, but he prefers he's local. Like he has like his regulars, and he prefers that life. But him and his son also like he works at the shop with him, and they're very competitive because the son wants to be better than the dad as a chef. So it's all in good fun.
It's really funny because I was trying to like figure out the show before you were saying it, and I was like, it can either go two ways. Either the lifestyle is more like poor based and he wants to get out of it, or it's more rich based and the son wants to make a name for himself. So that's kind of where I was like in the ballpark.
It's like in between the two. Like
exactly.
They just like they're not poor, but they're also
yeah. But I was like kind of like thinking like I feel like it might be on some basis like that. So then when you said, oh yeah, he's world renowned, so I'm like, okay, so obviously the father's known, but then he just took it back a notch, wanted to be more regular, and now you're saying like his son is like competitive. So
he's more like the dad's more like a hometown hero type of thing. Like everybody's like, oh, like you got to go to this shop, like it's a staple, like he's the shit, like you got to have his food type of thing.
Yeah.
And the son's always like, oh, like even in the restaurant they'll hold like a competition, like, oh, like today we're gonna make this dish, then we're gonna have the customers decide who's better, whatever, yada yada yada. Regular shit, right?
That's so petty though.
Super wholesome. Like he's just teaching his son, and like he like teases him a little bit, like how many times have I beat you now? Like like shit like that. Super cool, super chill, super cute. But also, so he's really good at cooking. And, he has the people try the food. The minute that people taste his food, essentially without being like super exaggerative, this is not an exaggeration, they orgasm. Dead serious. And even with subtitles, it even says orgasmic squeal when the girl eats the food. And then on top of that, which kind of pisses me off, but like I get it, but I don't. They like go over the top with the anime boobs and like making them jiggle like for in situations where they're not even supposed to be jiggling like that. So it's like, damn, bro, like I really wanted to watch this for the food. Like I'm not on no horny shit. I can't even watch it without headphones. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Like if I put this on my TV, somebody's gonna knock on my door in my house. So it's like, damn, bro, like I really, like I'm gonna have to look up for a different show. I'm gonna still watch it. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just with headphones, okay? Or just not in my house. But like, cause like the food looked good, and there's actually deeper plot to it. Like that's just like the first 10 minutes where they kind of like introduce the characters, because they're like, oh, this is such and such. He's 15 years old, goes to this high school, shit like that. But like that shit just start happening. Like she's testing both of their foods, and she's like, oh, like I don't know what's happening. Like yeah, like shit like that. And then she ends up picking she ends up picking the dad's food. Obviously, he's the better chef. But then he's like bitter about it. So he's in the corner like, damn, I gotta be better next time. And then the girl comes up to him and is like, hey, like, I really did enjoy your food. He's just more experienced. Like, I like don't take it personal. Like, you're really good as well. It's just you have, compared to your dad, you have a long way to go. He's like, nah, it's cool. I'm not mad. You want to try this other dish though that I made up? Like, like just because, like, just let me know what you think. Something new I put together, try it. And it was, it's intentionally bad. Like it was to fuck with her. It was squid fried with peanut butter. And he told her, and she was just like, I don't know. But she felt bad, so she tried it. He's like, come on, like, just try it. Then she ate it. And then every time they eat the food, like if it's good or bad, whatever, they kind of go through like this in their head, like dreamy experience of like, kind of in their head, like they're imagining themselves like, just, I don't know, like, oh my God, it's so good. They're in the clouds.
It's almost like Ratatouille,
Yes,
like,
yes,
he's
exactly.
Like trying to explain.
It's like that.
Of the food.
So she eats the squid, and then as soon as this happens, she goes into like her little dreamland for a second, and she's like, there's like squid around her, like wrapping and grabbing her arms and legs.
Okay.
And she's like, like, what the fuck? Like, this shit's nasty. Like, what's going on? And then like they have her gripped up, the squid, and then the squid goes in between her legs and starts like fiddling her jewels.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. I don't know,
bro. I promise. Does Emily watch anime with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she like? Did she already watch her? Or did you guys started like she started like when she got
so she like already told me before that she had already watched Attack on Titan. She just never had finished it.
Okay.
When I started talking to her, and then obviously she caught up, and now like the things we watched was like Hunter x Hunter and now Demon Slayer, and that's like the only like other two.
So like before, like she's recently on to anime, like pretty.
Yeah.
Recent. All right. So 1, just so you can watch it, and 2, to fuck with her, just watch like the first 2 episodes or 1 episode.
Okay.
And then come back to me.
What's funny though? Now that you say something like that, there was a thing that she had told me that people were. I think it was on TikTok. I think she said that people were talking about to watch like to watch the opening of a movie. It's called like I think Neurotic Animals or something like that. It has Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Is this an anime thing or is
no? It's not anime. It's not.
I was about to say I'm like Jake Gyllenhaal in anime now.
No. So completely off of anime, but it's just the idea that like you weren't expecting what to like see when you first watched it, and when you watch like
this is the show, by the way. I just wanted to see if you have come across it before at all.
No, but this picture of this girl in her white shirt, and I can already like, okay, those are just buttons, but bro, they're making it really seem like it's not.
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit? Yeah, like that movie or whatever.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, the movie or whatever. Literally, it starts off and it's just, they say to like record your reaction because it really is just weird. And I think that's what it's called. Let me see. I think it's called like Neurotic Animals or something like that. Let me see.
With Jake Gyllenhaal, this like a?
It's kind of an old movie.
Okay,
It's kind of an old movie, but some reason she was telling me that like people had like were recording their reactions to it because like it was just so random. Like, and I was just when we watched it and we were just like, because me and her, we both didn't know what it was, so we both saw it and we were just like, bro, what the Like, it was just so weird. And it goes on for about like 10 minutes. The intro is like 10 minutes of it just showing like the like, the writer, the actors and all that. And you're just sitting there like, am I supposed to like fast forward it or like do I have to watch this whole intro? Um Let me see if it's like Nocturnal Animals. That's what it's called.
Nocturnal Animals. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Nocturnal Animals.
What was it on?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Netflix with the weird shit.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, I've said before that, like, the anime that I decide to watch is heavily dependent on, like, the art style and how it looks and how it's animated and shit. So, like, if that doesn't catch my eye, I most likely, like, don't feel like watching. Like, there's a specific look to certain anime that is just, like, I can't see myself watching it. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if you feel the same way.
but I mean,
Like, I'm
kind of.
While you talk, I'm going to try and find an example.
Kind of, because I know there's like obviously the old school ones, and you can't really do anything about that.
I love those though.
Yeah, and you can't really do anything about those because those are obviously old school before like all this like crazy special effects and like animation with it. So there's like certain ones with those that I was like, it's pretty cool, And then you have obviously the newer ones where it's like you can just tell too much is like put into like, I guess, the design and not too much in the story. So then you just kind of like, okay, like it looks cool, but the story is nothing what I expected.
Yeah.
You're like, you would have thought it would have been something like much more.
Like, I'm trying to find an example. Like, Fullmetal Alchemist, I fucked with because I was like when I was younger or whatever. There's one it's in my head that I'm trying to really hard to think of and I can't. But
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah, that's my shit. Obviously like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I love like Cowboy Bebop. I just finished Neon Genesis Evangelion. Love that one. There goes my homie Fullmetal Alchemist right there. Damn. It's like, when they look like mad lanky and shit and they just look, I don't know, weird. I'm trying to like, if I remember, I'll plug in a picture because I don't want to keep like being on my phone right now. Like, I know that's not good podcast etiquette, but
mad lanky. You mean like when they're just their arms and their legs just look too long for their body?
Yeah, and like their hair's weird. I don't know, like Neon Genesis Evangelion, cool. Naruto, cool. Attack on Titan, cool. Demon Slayer, sick.
Something that was weird about Demon Slayer though, and it's not a spoiler, I guess, if you haven't watched it, but you know how like in the beginning kind of when they were training and how they had their shirt off and they were just super ripped.
Yeah.
That looked so awkward to me.
Yeah, because do they ever talk about how old they are?
They're young.
Yeah, they're like early teens, right? Or like teens?
Early teens, if anything. And they're just like ripped. And I'm like,
I mean, the way they be working though is like,
I understand it, but it's just so awkward to see because you can like picture Inosuke like with the body because he always has his shirt off. That's just who his character is. Then you see
don't imagine
and Tanjiro, you're just like, hey, yo, what's going on?
All right, this isn't the best example. That girl looks dead ass like Hinata. But yeah, this isn't the best example. But this is something that like comes to mind when I'm just like, this doesn't draw me in.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
tell me this girl don't look like Hinata.
Yeah.
That is a dead ass copy.
Yeah, a lot of the times they like copy the same aspect of certain characters, but again, I don't know. Like it's really hard. Like I know what you mean though, because like I do see like some like shows, I guess, and some titles of shows and just see like a picture of it. And instantly when I look at it, I'm just like, I feel like it looks cool, but the story and the show itself is just going to be so bad. Like
yeah.
Just like, I don't know, like the characters just don't feel like they do it to like for me, like as far as like getting hooked in.
I'm gonna stop looking because I'm gonna be stuck here all day if I keep doing this. But it's just like, yeah, nah. Like even when I went, like, when I'll pull up to like Barnes and Noble and they have like the manga section, bro, like no bullshit. Like I don't even be caring about like, I mean, that's a lie. Like there's some that I would read and like there's obviously the shows that I watch, I would read them too. But there's some that I've never heard of that like just off the strength of the cover, I'm like, bro, I want to buy this. Like, cause they go so hard on some of them. And some of them like that are out there, they don't have animations yet.
Yeah.
Like I know Chainsaw Man is like mad popular, but the animation isn't coming out until later this year, which I'm really excited for because the trailer looks tough.
I saw that.
But yeah, bro, Food Wars is mad horny. And that's not even the only show out there that be like that. Like a lot of animes are just dumb horny. Like I can't even say it, but like in Demon Slayer, there's certain, demons
Oh,
or
yeah.
transformations and stuff. That
Yeah.
it's just like,
I was going to
Did they
talk
need-
about that.
did they need to do
I
that?
was going to talk about that, and I was just like, interesting. So you get angry, and then for some reason, you just get a bigger chest.
Yeah, like I don't like.
I was like, I don't think it was needed.
I don't
Like,
think that correlates. Like you could make her like stronger or bigger
yeah,
or
and that's
faster,
yeah.
but how does that correlate?
yeah. So that's kind of like how I am with animes, though. Like, I really don't like watching animes that really like focus on that stuff because it just takes away from the show.
Mhm.
Like you can tell when it's just like if it's there for a second. And, you know, they even make a joke about it or something. Because they did that with, like, Tsunade, you know, obviously, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, she was, like, the only female character in the show that had, like, the biggest chest ever.
Yeah,
And they made jokes about it. But, again, it wasn't, like, the focus. It wasn't like they were going crazy with it. The only person was, like, Jiraiya. And, that, like, that's the
and
point.
but that was his whole character. Like
exactly.
that was his character.
Yeah, exactly. That was, like, the only one. Him and, like, the one teacher when they were younger who had the circle glasses.
Mhm.
Like, he was also, like, one of the
Oh yeah,
type of
because
bulls.
Naruto kept like transforming on him.
Yeah. So he was like, it was those two that were only like the weird ones about it. But besides that, it was nothing like crazy. It wasn't what it was focused on. But when I see shows that are just like heavily focused on that, every girl character has that body. It's just like
Everything jiggles. Everything's like popping out their shirt.
I'm like, bro, I can't watch shows like that.
Like,
And
relax a little bit.
And I think I heard that like Seven Deadly Sins is kind of like that. I think.
So yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it, but I know the show.
I didn't watch it either, and I feel like I heard somebody say that it's like that, and I was just like, well, I don't want to watch it because if it's like that, then it's just like I'm not going to get hooked into the story. It's
Yeah.
just that's the only thing that's going to be on the screen. I'm like, how are y'all going to make a good show if that's like I'm only picturing you in the studio,
Mhm.
like, oh yes, for 10 seconds straight, we're just gonna have it focused on 10. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, that's not.
And then
what I
some of them push it like OD, like
Yeah.
Food Wars, where they're like legitimately like orgasming, or like
That's so
their
weird.
spit, or like there's like shit's just squirting out and shit. It's just like, yo, like why? Like there's no need for that shit. Like I'm dead ass here for the story.
want. Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm really here for the story, bro. Like you don't gotta do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all are really good at writing stories too. Like
y'all really had me fooled out here. You made me get so attracted to this amazing looking food, and then snuck in.
yeah,
And I'm like,
bro, not snuck in. There's no sneaking
Well,
in
no
that
sneak,
show.
but I'm talking about when you
Yeah,
first
yeah,
watched
yeah,
it. You're
yeah.
in there just like, okay, this is cool. Then out of nowhere, you're just like,
I genuinely was prepared for a wholesome ass story of his son and a dad
exactly.
just beefing about who makes better food.
yeah.
And if the dishes look dope every time, I'd watch every season, bro. I think
Exactly.
there's only 2 on Netflix. I don't know if that's all that there is so far,
Mhm.
but I would watch every single one and not complain one bit. I don't even care if the dialogue sucked ass. I just want to look at some cool food.
Yeah. But we got
Not all this horny stuff, bro. And like that's not like what's another show? I think this one is like Netflix picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really watch it. Anissa watched it a lot more. Like it grabbed her attention on Netflix. It's like a gambling anime.
Oh, my brother watched that. It begins with an M or something like that.
I get Kuri or some shit. I don't know if it's
I don't know. It begins with an M. My brother watched
Let me
it though.
see.
It looked pretty cool.
gambling anime. I'm sorry, I keep getting it on my phone. I just can't remember the shit. No, it's not with an M. Maybe the one that he watched is with an M, but this is the one that she watched.
Okay, so no, wait, is it?
Gakeguri or some shit. I could be saying it wrong.
It could be that one. I don't know.
But like, one, look at the photo. Look at the 2 girls in the center.
Yeah, I can see.
That's one.
Yeah.
This one, that one's about a school, like a boarding school.
Mm.
But like a lot of them like gamble a lot.
Mm.
So like a lot of the shit that be going in the background besides going to school is like that. But they're the same way. Like they'll be like, oh, like and squeeze their arms together, or like put their like tongue out, or like just be drooling, or like even when they're in a situation where they're gambling and they're like, oh shit, I put a lot on the stakes here.
Mhm.
Like I might not win. Them being stressed out is like them being horny. I'm just like, bro, like
See that like again, that shit like just makes me uncomfortable to watch. And even shit like Demon Slayer, like when the demon goes and like licks their mouth because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't wait to eat you. I'm just like, even then, I'm just like, hey yo, like,
and that be the time somebody walked past your room.
exactly.
Like, bro, it was a wholesome story before. They just fought for 3 episodes. And they were talking about friendship and sticking up for each other. And as soon as somebody walked past my room, it's just all this boobs and moaning and weird stuff. It's like, I wasn't watching for this. I swear, bro.
I swear, bro.
This is not Pornhub.
I promise you, bro. I did not. You could check my history. I didn't look up when the first thing on this like season was showing titties. I promise you. I could tell you what the first and second episode were about. I promise.
And but like what you were saying earlier is like Demon Slayer is guilty of it too. And even this season, especially because of,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
the Hashira that's a part of it and like his backstory. And then obviously the demons, they usually draw them like to be either really muscular or if they're women, like really like curvy or whatever.
Mhm.
And the clothes that they wear is like exposes them. which whatever, like cool, like that's been a thing since forever. Like you could
Yeah,
go back and play freaking Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, whatever from the 90s, and somebody's gonna have their tits out. I'm sorry, it's just
Have their
what it
tits
is.
out.
Sex sells, and it works for adults and kids. Like it's just whatever. But this season in particular, like with the demons that are a part of it, whenever they're about to do something or like pounce or like attack, there's a split second where it just looks mad sexual, and then they cut away from it. So for people to like be weirdos and like pause right there and be like, oh, like they look attractive, or whatever. So they're kind of guilty of it too.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if as long as it just doesn't focus on it, I'm fine. You know, because again, it's like in reality, there's women out there that look like that. Like you're not just gonna not make it like it's realistic. You know, there's women out there that look like that, and if that's what they chose their attire to be, then fine. I'm not gonna be upset. But as long as you don't sit there and have them talk about, you know, oh my body is like this, like that, and then you have it focused on that, then as long as you don't do that, then I'm fine. Because again, it's just a show. You're just watching it, obviously, for the story, but. Yeah, I'm not trying to be watching this stuff on my screen. Like,
yeah. And then
what you watching? It's like,
yeah.
oh.
Damn. But I mean, even going away from anime, it's like I was just telling you, I was watching Euphoria, bro. Last season, we've talked about it before, where I said like when I spoke about Euphoria the first season, I said that I appreciate how it's not only just the women actresses getting put out there, that they do it with the guys too, which is like, I'd rather not see either of it at all because it makes me feel uncomfortable. But it's like, at least you're gonna not just have all these women actresses putting themselves out there on live TV and then just have the guys just be chilling.
Show like man's butt cheek.
Bro, this season, well, first season too, but this season, bro, there has been a white man's penis on my screen every episode. And we're 4 weeks in. Multiple white men's penises.
Well, you know what, Victor? I'm glad you said that because you gave me an idea of what I'm gonna have to like look out for. Because I haven't
season one's chilling, bro.
I haven't watched Euphoria, so it's like now I know.
There might in the entire season of Euphoria, I forget how many episodes in the season. It might be like 10 plus or something. The entire first season of Euphoria, there's probably like 2 white man penises.
You said 2?
Yeah.
Oh, like no, I'm talking about like you said second season or the first season?
First season. Oh, okay. 2 penises in the whole season. Which is like very low numbers. That's an off night for Euphoria.
What we're seeing now.
From what we're seeing now, they are LeBron in the NBA Finals, Game 7, putting up 35, 10, and 10
in overtime. They're like, hold on. We got 2 extra minutes.
They're like, yo,
screen time. What do we need to show right now?
HBO just called. We don't have enough penis on screen.
They said create an extra 3 minutes and just slap it there somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Put it in the opener. I don't care.
Yeah, but like, damn, bro. Like now it's to the point where it's anime status, where they just like putting it out there left and right, and it's not just the white man penis. Even though it's white man penis getting put out there and like white man butt, they doing it to the girls too, bro. There's this one particular character where they have had her boobs out for 3 episodes in a row. Just her, nobody else. It's like, why are y'all doing her like this? Like,
do you not own the shirt?
Like, and it's not that it's like a bad thing or like it's a good thing. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Like you don't like if we're gonna have a sex scene, right, in any show or movie, we're old enough. We know if you just have some stuff where they're kissing a little bit and shoulder up, they just look nude. That's all I need to know. I know that they had sex. Okay, they then cut to the morning where they're getting out of bed and they're going about their day. I know what happened. I get context clues. You don't need to show me penis and cooch and boobage every single time.
It could just be wrestling, Victor.
I guess so. But if even so, it's like, oh, wow, there's a lot of wrestling this season. But at the same time, technically speaking, even though the actors and actresses in real life aren't, these are supposed to be teenagers. These are all kids in high school. So it's still very weird to me. I know that the actors and actresses are like all like in their early to mid 20s, but it's like, I don't like that. If it was like everybody's doing it, then it'd be less. But it's like, what? Like, why just her?
Yeah, but you see, like things like that, it's like that's where again, like I feel like it's a little weird because it's like again, like do you not own a shirt? Like if you're just sitting there with your taser, wouldn't you find it weird? Like just grab a shirt, like
yeah,
like if you're with your girl, let's just say hypothetically like anybody, if you're with somebody and say y'all did the nasty, whatever, and then y'all done and y'all just talking. Y'all think y'all just feel comfortable with like you just butt naked just talking. Like you got clothes, like just put them on. Like why are we still sitting here naked talking, having a regular conversation? Like at that point, it's like if you're doing that, then you like cover it up under the covers or something. Like we ain't having it out. Like I don't expect the girl to just be sitting there talking to me with her titties. I'm just gonna be like, all right, like just put a shirt on.
And the situations I'm talking about, it is like sex scenes, so it makes sense.
It makes sense
I guess.
for the most part, yeah.
But it's like, yo, like in all reality, like the show Euphoria has a really good story, and like y'all don't need to be doing that.
Yeah,
like it comes to the point where it's taken away from it, like you said.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing wrong with nudity, but at the same time, one, these are high school kids. One, younger. Two, people who are younger or like actually that age watch it. And it's just like, there's no need to be doing that shit. Like, y'all could chill just a little bit. Like, I genuinely want to know the story. And like, we talked about it before. People said, oh, it's not realistic. To me, it is very, like, this is shit that has happened to people that we know personally or know of. So it's like, it's not that unrealistic, but it's like, y'all got to tone it back a little bit. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Chill.
Television, you know? You get a streaming service and you're like, fuck it, let's put whatever we want on it.
Yeah. But I mean, we are like, HBO's already known to like push boundaries a little bit, and also like stream Elmo, but it's okay. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah. But we running short on time. There's a lot of like, again, like there's other topics we could touch on next time we record, but I think this was a good first episode back. Good content. Yeah. But where can they find you, Mark, before we get out of here?
Find me Instagram, Twitter, ETC Marky Mark, Twitter, Marky Mark, Victor, where can they find you? Jeez, it keeps cutting out low key sometimes. Victor, where can they find you and etc. at?
Find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all the platforms at ETC Victor. Etc. stuff is at real etc. Our email is real.etc@gmail.com. We're back in here for the foreseeable future. Everything seems to be going well. I'm healthy. Mark's healthy. And this place is still open for us to record in. So we're going to be back to doing this. Thursday videos always going to stay coming. We're going to have guests. We got new series coming up in mind that we cooking up. So y'all going to see a lot more out of us. It's a good year so far. You know, had a minor setback, but we still kept doing what we doing. I'm here. I'm alive. And we good. So we're going to keep pushing forward. Have a good 2022. And yeah, take care of yourselves. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.